Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's LCTV Sports telecast of Littleton High School football. I'm Mike Fontanella flying solo on the mic. I got my main man Mark Corey on the camera. We are deep in the dark heart of central Massachusetts at Quabbin Regional High School, and we are high above the field on what can only be described as a scaffolding. So if there's a little tremble in my voice, it's just because I'm not quite comfortable right now, but we'll adjust. The Tigers are playing against Quabbin tonight. The Tigers come in at 3-1, Quabbin on the opposite end of that at 1-3. Littleton will kick off. Cody Shear with a high end over end kick. Hits the ground. Fielded on about the 19-yard line. Trying to get around the edge. Gets a few yards upfield, but some good pursuit there by the Tigers and a gang tackle just short of the 30-yard line. So Quabbin will take over 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. The Panthers in blue and the Tigers in white. The Tigers will come out, the Panthers will come out in that double wing, very familiar to the Tigers. They're going to go pitch to the right side, up off tackle, cut up the middle, and a good about 5 or 6 yard gain there by the Panthers. Kind of running between that A and B gap to the right. We'll call it 2nd and 6 with the ball out to the 33-yard line. Now they'll split it out a little bit. They got 2 receivers, 1 on each side, wide. Still 2 tailbacks, so no tight ends in this look. Right up the gut, a wedge play. And the Tigers stack it up, waiting for that whistle to blow, and finally they drive the runner to the ground and the whistle blows. Again, a gain of about a yard. We'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Actually, we'll call it 4. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 35-yard line. You need to get to the 39-yard line for a first down. Shotgun formation here for the Panthers on 3rd down. Direct snap, reverse. Oh, lots of penalty. Oh, and a pass. Good coverage there on the defensive backs. Didn't read the lineman and stayed home. A little bit of trickery there on 3rd down, but all that for an incomplete pass. And that will bring up a 4th and 4. The Tigers anticipating a punt. Good penetration there off the left side of the defensive line. I think really didn't let Quabbin let that play develop where they wanted. The Tigers will take a 3 and out here. Oh, nice kick. Good high arcing punt. Oh, no fair catch signaled, and they get out of the way of the ball, and it's down on the 31-yard line. So the Tigers take over. Good job by the defense getting the Panther offense off the field after 3 downs. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line with 9:15 to go in the first quarter. Opening offensive possession by the Tigers. They'll go in the spread. 2 receivers on each side. Mitch Bowden in the backfield. And they'll give it to Bowden. He'll get hit, but drive through that first contact and come very close to a first down. I think he's got about 9 yards on that. He might be just short. No, they're calling it a first down. So Mitch Bowden with a 10-yard gain. There's a little bit of contact at the line of scrimmage, but he ran right past that and then got his way, made a good run upfield before he got run down. So now it is 1st and 10 with the ball on the 41-yard line. They're going to go right. No, they're going to make a read option. Oh, they sling it to the flat. Oh, good job there. Nice action there by the Tigers. They go with the read option. They don't give it to Bowden, and then a quick sling out to the flat. Austin Lynn was wide open, and he gets a 9-yard gain, just short of the first down. So the Tigers with 19 yards of offense on 2 plays. Advance the ball right to midfield, the nose of the ball right on the midfield stripe. Tigers realigning their set here. I'm going to give it to Bowden. Oh, he gets hit in the back. Oh, no, they pulled it out there, and he's slinging it out to the sideline. Will Scott, good job. So they go read a read play on that, and they looked like they gave the ball to Bowden on the short yardage situation, but instead they pull it out and throw it out to the flat again. This is on the opposite side to Will Scott, and he gets a good gain on that. So on a second and short, they actually decide to throw it, and he's all the way down to the Panther 33-yard line. 1st and 10. So the Tigers hitting on every offensive play so far, averaging well over 10 yards a play. They'll roll Braden Lynn to the right, looking downfield. He's going to loft it down the sideline. Oh, Austin Lynn's open down the sideline. Oh, knocked out of bounds, short of the goal line. The ball came out, but well after he was out of bounds. Touchdown, he hit the pylon. The refs confer and they give the signal. So the Tigers,
hey, that's a mismatch.
4 plays and a touchdown.
That kid number 9 card?
Right down the field. 7:23 to go in the first quarter. The Tigers go up 6-0.
That storm also has a huge
10-yard run by Bowden, and then 2 passes into the flats. And then downfield down the sideline, Braden Lynn to Austin Lynn. And the Tigers strike on their opening possession. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to pitch it to Will Scott. In the hammer, and he's in off the left side. Good job there by the offensive line, opening a hole for him. The Tigers get on the board with a touchdown and conversion, 8-0. Littleton with 7:23 to go. So a great start for the Tigers.
on the other side, so it doesn't look
The defense forces a 3 and out, and then the offense goes 4 plays and into the end zone. Beautiful night out here in central Massachusetts. About 55 degrees, clear skies, no wind, thank goodness, because this is a rickety setup. There's about 900 pounds of human beings up here. Not quite sure what this rig is rated for, but so far it seems like it's okay, as long as we all stand very, very still. Cody Shearer teeing the ball up. Freshman kicker driving towards the ball and hits another good end-over-end kick down to the 22-yard line. Oh, Leo Gibbons with a good pursuit there, eludes a block and runs the returner out of bounds. For about a 12 or 13-yard return. It will be 1st and 10 for Quabbin on their own 33-yard line. The Tiger defense forced a 3 and out on the opening defensive possession. We're giving them about 6 yards of offense on 2 run plays and a trick halfback pass play that went incomplete. Quabbin will come out in a full house double wing look. And they'll come back to their tailback, and he will go off the right side. And that's the same play they ran on the opening down. Brock Davis goes in for Luke Tornell, who I think has a little bit of an equipment issue. That was about a 4-yard gain for Quabbin on 1st down. It is 2nd and 6. Quabbin is taking their time here. We've seen this many times against the Tigers. They just want to try to shorten the game. Already in the hole, 8-0. They'll come a cutback play up the middle. Oh, nice cut there. Oh, saving tackle there by Austin Lynn. But a 1st down for Quabbin on a little, looks like a sweep and then a hard cutback up the middle. And that ball goes over midfield into Tiger territory, so a first down for Quabbin. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 47-yard line. Tigers got 7 guys up on the box against this double wing. Again, Quabbin taking their time, waiting for the signal from the field judge that they're under 10 seconds on the play clock. They go up the middle, and another good run there behind the offensive line. Kind of picking his spots, taking his time, waiting for that daylight to open up, and he gets about a 7-yard gain there. Actually, we'll call it an 7-yard gain. 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2, the ball on the Tiger 39-yard line. So Quabbin, after struggling in their opening drive and really not getting anything going, now feeling a little more confident. 2nd down and short. Tigers go 8 guys up on the box, nobody deep. Pitching and cutting right back up the middle. This time they'll get tackled. I believe they're short of the first. It's going to be close. He might have fallen forward enough to get the first down. First down for Quabbin. So good contact there at the line of scrimmage, but some momentum for the back, and he fell forward just enough to get the so it is 1st and 10 for Quabbin, moving the chains for the 2nd time on this drive, down to the Tiger 37-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Tigers up 8-0. I'll go with the same stuff, and this time the Tigers will stack it up. Brendan Kalari and Luke Tornell in there. Tornell got his helmet fixed and right back in there to play, and makes a play there. No gain. 2nd and 10 for Quabbin. So now Quabbin spreads it out a little bit. The Tigers have to bring some guys off the line of scrimmage to honor the receivers that are wide out right and left. So still a double wing look, just with no tight ends. They're going to go crisscross here, right up the middle, stacked up, no gain. So after picking up a couple of first downs, moving the ball on the ground, Tim Kelleher stacks them up there for no gain. Now Quabbin faces 3rd and long, although they are in what I would consider 4-down territory here as we come up to 3.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They're going to look to throw. Fag rolling out to the right. His foot slipped. Good coverage there downfield. That was Brendan Kalari, the linebacker, getting out into the flat. Good speed there by the senior. The quarterback's foot slipped just a little bit. Maybe lost a little bit of his fastball on that. Kalari tipping it away. Good coverage. He wasn't the only one in the neighborhood. So now it is 4th and a long 9. Clock has stopped on the incomplete pass, so Quabbin moved the chains and has been able to chew some clock here. But now on 4th down, the clock is stopped until they snap the ball. So the Tigers would love to get the ball back here and get their offense on the field for a 2nd possession before the first quarter runs out. And they're going to try and sweep it, trying to get to the edge. Good job there by the Tiger defense, stringing it out. Good job there by the linebackers on the outside, setting that edge and giving the weak side guys time to pursue into the gaps. Very short gain, only about 3 yards, well short of the first down. So Quabbin able to pick up a couple first downs and chew some clock, but with 2:57 to go in the first quarter, the Tigers, who scored quickly on their first possession in 4 plays, come out here for their second offensive possession. They'll stay spread. Braden Lynn, good job there, makes a good read. He was going to try and throw it to the flat, but he kept it. This time Quabbin adjusted, and that wasn't there, and instead he cut it up. Good 4-yard gain there by the sophomore quarterback. So we'll call it 2nd and 6 with the ball on the Littleton 39-yard line. So that was the shortest gain of the night so far by the Tigers, only 4 yards. Drop back towards the sideline. Oh, nice throw. Good for a first down. Good toss there by Braden Lynn. That ball was out there in a heartbeat. And a sure-handed grab by Tim Kelleher. And that moves the chains just over midfield. First down for the Tigers on the Quabbin 49-yard line. They bring motion. They're going to pitch it to Will Scott. Austin Lynn trying to go. Came off that block a little early. I think if he stayed with it, he would have given Will a chance to get to the edge, but he tried to come off the block and go downfield to get another block. And the guy that he came off of dropped Will Scott for no gain. Looks like the Tigers are going to switch it up here. I think they're going to go hammer. Interesting. They had a lot of success there on the first offensive possession out of their spread look, but now they're going to mix it right up right away. Yeah, they're going to go hammer here. Luke Elliott coming in to play quarterback. You got Will Scott at the tailback. They'll pitch it out to the fullback, trying to get the edge. One guy misses. Another guy misses, and Bowden's down the sideline. And the big fella eludes a couple tackles behind the line of scrimmage and then gets the sideline and goes all the way for a touchdown. That's a 49-yard jaunt. Interesting to see the power back getting a sweep on that. That's not a usual look out of that formation. Usually the tailbacks are getting the carries to the hash marks. But Mitch Bowden shows his versatility. He's a big guy, but he's got good feet. And he made a couple guys miss. And then once he got a shot up the sideline, he turned on the gas and made it all the way to the end zone untouched. So the Tigers, with 1:02 to go in the first quarter, switching offensive formations and pays off in spades with a 49-yard touchdown run. They'll stay hammer for the conversion try. They're going to go counter handoff. Oh, big hole. Will Scott with his second conversion in a row. Gigantic hole. Terrific job there by the left side of the offensive line. A little counter play there. It's Wesley Klein and Matt Kuhnha. Great job. So the Tigers, again, with a quick scoring drive. Let's go! They've run no more than 8 plays, and they've got 2 touchdowns to show for it and 2 conversions. So really hitting on all cylinders tonight. Interesting to see Coach Lynn switching up the formation there, but they do a good job of scouting their opponents, so they must feel like that there was nothing wrong with the spread. It was working quite well, but they probably felt that they were going to have just as much success with the, or they have a probability of having just as much success with the hammer look, and they were correct. So Cody Shearer getting a first quarter workout. Kicked off to start the game, and this is his 3rd kickoff of the quarter. This time he'll hit a punch shot down the field, and it'll get down on the 30-yard line. So under a minute to go, 57 seconds in the opening quarter here at Quabbin. Tigers with a 16-0 lead. Quabbin's going to go to an I formation look. Good job by the Tiger. Blow the whistle, refs. And finally they blow the whistle as the runner gets down. Good action there by the Panther running back. He got hit early, but he kept those legs moving and got as much as he could possibly get out of that. It really wasn't anything there, but he managed to squeeze out about 2 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 8 as the clock winds down to 30 seconds. I think they're going to have to run one more play here before the quarter lets out. Inside handoff, wedge play right up the middle. Trying to stack it up and pull the ball out. Can't do it. But that wedge will move downfield. And that will be the end of the quarter. So the Tigers, 2 offensive possessions in the first quarter and 2 scores, 2 conversions. 16-0 lead at the end of 1. And we'll be back with the second quarter from Quabbin after these messages from LCTV.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of him.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals 25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to the second quarter of Littleton Tiger football. Tigers up 16-0. Quabbin with a 3rd and about a yard to go, maybe 2 yards. The ball on their own 38.5-yard line. They're going to run a cutback. He's now tripped up in the backfield. Short of the first down. No gain. So an interesting decision here by Quabbin. They trail 16-0. They've had a really short yardage situation here, but the field position is not in their favor. On the other hand, it's only a yard. They got to get exactly 1 yard. The ball's on the 39, the marker's on the 40. Looks like they're going to try to go for it here, maybe see if they can induce an offsides by Littleton. See if we have the discipline here to make them at least try to run a play to get it. They're going to go for it. Right up the middle. The wedge play. Oh, he's got it easy. Just keeps his feet moving and gets about a good 6-yard gain there. So a little bit of a gamble, but the offensive line for Quabbin gets their job done. And that ball is advanced all the way over the 45-yard line to the 47. 1st and 10 Quabbin. So Quabbin picked up a couple of first downs on their previous possession and got the ball into Tiger territory before stalling out, giving the ball over on downs. We'll get a new set of downs here. The ball on their own 47-yard line, trailing by 16. Lets the clock keep running. Quarterback draw right up the middle, run around that big offensive line. He's going to get stacked up for a short gain of about a yard. It was just a straight quarterback run. I wouldn't even call it a quarterback draw. He just got the snap and took off. Draw play usually indicates that they make it look like a pass for at least a couple of seconds before tucking it in. About a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. Pitch it to try to come back to the left side, stacked up, no gain.
Pitch to number 10, Zach Hoffman. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Tucker to coast in there, coming back from his linebacker position, and that is no gain. So 3rd and 9. The ball short of midfield. And about the Quabbin 48-yard line. Gonna try to sweep. Oh, good penetration there. Good job by Luke Elliott getting upfield and then coming off his block and taking the back down from behind. Forcing to really cut it up a lot earlier than he wanted. That was a very short game. Puts the nose of the ball right at the midfield stripes. It's 4th and 7.
And Luke Elliott.
Quabbin went for it on 4th down on the previous set of downs, but it was much shorter. 4th and only needed 1 that time.
Not punting. Will.
So Will Scott sprinting back upfield, thinking it was going to be a punt, but the Quabbins decided they're going to go for it here at midfield on a 4th and about 7. Scott's back in plenty of time to help defend. They're going to pass, rolling right, pressure, screen to the weak side. It's caught, but good job there by Will Scott. Decided to get involved in the defense after thinking it was going to be a punt, and he makes a short tackle in the open field, well short of the first down. Good pressure there off the line, off the defensive line. And Quabbin gives the ball up on down, so the Tigers will take over. We're on their own 48-yard line with 7:13 to go here in the first half. Tigers up 16-0. They will come back to the spread after running one play from the hammer, which was a 49-yard touchdown run by Mitch Bowden. And they will come back to the spread here. Braden Lynn's going to sling it to the flat. Oh, Austin Lynn's got a chance to get to the sideline. Oh, good tackle there in the open field. I think he's got a first down. So they're running that read option and then just slinging it to the, there's a lot of space. The Panther defensive backs are really honoring the speed of the receivers of Littleton and really giving a big pad there. And the Tigers are just slinging it out there and then going for a run after catch. We've used that play 3 or 4 times now, and it's been positive yardage every time. It's a first down, 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the Quabbin 42-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, straight drop back, looking up the sideline, a little butt hook there. Good throw by Braden Lynn there.
Pass complete to Evan Lyons.
Evan Lyons making a catch there on just a button hook. Good timing there. Austin threw that. Braden threw that ball before Evan broke out of the
35-yard line.
The route, but the timing was perfect between those two, and a good about a 6-yard completion down to the 35-yard line. So the Tigers continue to do very well on their average yards per play. Straight drop back, screen pass to Bowden. Oh, good tackle there by the Panthers. He tries to lunge, and I think he good job knowing the down and distance. I think Bowden's going to convert the first down. I know he wanted more, but yeah, he definitely got a first down there. He definitely wanted more, but he did a good job of getting that last yard that he needed to at least move the chains. Nice recognition there by Quabbin and a good tackle. So it is 1st and 10 with the ball on the Quabbin 30-yard line. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the opening half. Rolling to his left, looking back down the other side of the field. Oh, picked off. And returned out. Ooh, Mitch Bowden with a pop. The ball's returned out to the 25-yard line. But an interception inside the 5-yard line. It was a nice throw there. Nice job for Braden. Rolling to his left, setting his feet, and he threw a bullet downfield, but it was a long throw, and the defensive back had time to break on the ball and made a sure-handed grab, and then returned it out to the 24-yard line before running into Mitch Bowden and getting dropped cold there. The Quabbin, turning away the Tiger offense for the first time tonight, will take over on their own 29-yard line, trailing by 16 points. They're going to try to sweep it here. Oh, good penetration there by the Tiger defense. Luke Elliott getting in there. Tucker to Coast on the tackle. Luke Elliott in there. Say that went for about a yard. 2nd and 9 with the ball on the 25-yard line. So the Tiger defense being asked to try to get the ball back here after the turnover. Plenty of time left to go, just over 5 minutes to go in the half. Tigers would love to get another score on the board before the half, but they need the ball back. Second down. We're going to go wedge here. Get dropped. A pile of humanity.
Straight up the middle.
Getting about a yard again, so this will bring up third and long. So big down here for the Tiger defense. Trying to make sure that the
Third down and 6.
Quabbin is not able to convert after the turnover. It is 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 28-yard line. Need to get to the 34-yard line. Looks like they're missing a piece of their package. Play comes in from the sideline. So big third down here for both teams. Quabbin trying to take advantage of the turnover. They'll put two receivers to the left, bringing one in motion. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Oh, stacked up by Tucker to Coast, but good job there again by Luke Elliott setting that edge and forcing him to cut it up. No gain on that play.
No gain on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Panthers from their own 27-yard line.
So 4th and 6. Good job by the Tiger defense after the turnover. Really not giving up any significant yardage. Looks like they're going to be able to get a 3 and out here. Clock is running under 3:45 to go. Tigers with all their timeouts, so the clock is not a huge issue yet. Good high kick again. Will Scott's going to let it land. He's going to get a decent rollout. Now he's going to pick it up. Makes one guy miss. Oh, good tackle there.
Coffin's punt, handled by Evan Lyons.
All right, so
by Hector Johnson, brought down.
very little return there. It is 1st and 10 with the Tigers with the ball on the 31-yard line. Will Scott's T-shirt is ripped. He's got to come out while they adjust that. 3:19 to go here in the opening half. Tigers up 16-0. And Mike Lynn's going to take a timeout.
The timeout on the field, full timeout. This is a special weekend here at Quabbin Regional. This weekend
He just wants to. He didn't have Will Scott ready to go because of
high school athletic hall of fame.
equipment wardrobe malfunction.
Any of the
So he's going to get that straightened out and get him back.
Make sure they make their way down to the track right around the concession stand. Try to find Mr. Ted Gamula. We'll be introducing the new inductees at halftime tonight.
Mike Lynn questioning the wardrobe choices of his team. All right, so coming out of the timeout, 3:19 to go. The Tigers have had 3 offensive possessions this game. Quabbin has tried to shorten the game, which they've done to some degree of effectiveness. Tigers have only had 3 offensive possessions. They've scored on 2 of them. We're moving the ball well on the 3rd possession, but a turnover on an intercepted pass down near the Tiger goal line stopped the last drive. But with 3:19 to go, they take over again here, and they will stay spread. Straight drop back for Braden Lynn, down the field. He's got Austin Lynn on a fly pattern. What a terrific throw by the sophomore quarterback. Just laid it right down there out of the sky, and Austin Lynn on a fly pattern right down the hash marks. And an easy catch out of the sky for the senior, all the way down to the Quabbin 26-yard line. So a big completion by Braden Lynn, coming right back after the interception with a strike on 1st down. Gonna give it to Mitch Bowden. Oh, he spins out of the tackle, gets about 3 or 4 yards there.
Mitch Bowden. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Actual call
Bring
it
up 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Panther 24.
2:40 to go here in the opening half. Tigers once again in Quabbin territory. Gonna roll to a play action. Down the middle of the field to Austin Lynn, gets knocked down just short of the, right at the 10-yard line. A nice job there again by Braden, rolling to his left, checking off the receivers on the strong side, and then coming back on the drag action from the backside. A nice completion up the middle of the field. It is 1st and goal with the ball right on the 10-yard line. And the Tigers are going to switch it up and go hammer here in this down by the shadow of the goal line, where they can't really spread the field out quite as much, just running out of real estate. They scored on this formation on a 49-yard run by Bowden in the first quarter. They're going to go pitch up the middle. Will Scott all the way down inside the 5-yard line, running behind that left side.
Pitch to number 2, Will Scott.
And he will pick up
7 yards on the play, 6 yards.
6 yards, 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Nice job there by Luke Tornell, coming off the backside, pulling and getting downfield and opening up a good running room down the, once Will Scott got through the hole, Luke was in front of him, plowing some more yardage out there. They're going to go up the middle to Mitch Bowden, just short of the goal line.
Handoff up the middle. Mitch Bowden. Down to about the 1-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1.
So 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line with 1:15 to go here in the half. Luke Elliott under center. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown Tigers.
Touchdown.
So nice job there by the offensive line. The skill guys got him down inside the shadow of the goal posts, and then the offensive line took over from the 10-yard line and scored it in 3 plays. The Tigers convert a touchdown. Running behind that offensive line with Luke Elliott, the senior hammer quarterback, cashing in from about a yard out on a quarterback sneak. So with 56 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, the Tigers push it out to 22-0 with the try to come. They stay in the hammer. They're going to go crisscross. Austin Lynn with a hard cut. Ooh, glides right behind that right side. The offensive line into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. So the Tigers stay perfect on their conversion tries. They are up 24-0 and have scored on 3 of their first 4 possessions, playing a variety of styles. Really moving the ball, really impressive. The yards per play, well over 10 to 12 yards per play. I mean, even if you take away the big run by Mitch Bowden and then the nice throw downfield by Braden on this previous drive, they're still averaging 6 or 7 yards a play from scrimmage. And then when you throw in those big plays, it's really, then the offense has really been hitting on all cylinders against this Panther defense here in the opening half. So with 56 seconds to go, the Tigers special teams kickoff unit back on the field again. Sure, kick it downfield, almost got a good bounce on that. Oh, the ball's going to get returned over midfield. Oh, good tackle there by Will Scott, but the ball is over midfield, so a good return there. That ball almost bounced over the receiver's head. He made a fingertip grab at the top of his reach and then got going and rumbled all the way down the sideline into Tiger territory. So with 48 seconds to go, Quabbin takes over, 1st and 10 from the Lilton 47-yard line. They really haven't thrown the ball very well. They've thrown a couple of passes. They've been trying to stay hammer, but right now they're going to go with a different kind of look here, I think. They're talking it over, the committee, trying to decide how they want to line up. So yeah, this is more of a spread look. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Straight drop back. Looks like screen pass. Pressure. So the initial look wasn't there. And then the receiver tried to get out into the flat. And the ball is actually decently well thrown. Just a tiny bit underthrown, but the receiver couldn't corral it. He would have got about a 4, 5, 6 yard gain if he had reeled that in. Instead it goes incomplete. So with 41 seconds to go, let's see if Quabbin continues to try to run some plays that'll give him some chunks of yardage to give him a shot at the end zone before the half gets out. They've been in Tiger territory a couple times that haven't really threatened yet.
I didn't see him.
Same kind of look. They're going to try to throw. Pressure coming off the backside, down the sideline. Oh, caught! Will Scott tried to make a play on the ball and just missed. And the Quabbin receiver came away with the ball and advanced it all the way down to the Tiger 20-yard line. Timeout Panthers. So they do get a chunk play. And finally get the ball inside, we'll call it the red zone. So the best field position so far tonight for the Quabbin, the best drive. This is the farthest they've gotten downfield against the Tiger defense tonight. They have moved the ball a little bit out of their hammer look, but not enough to really threaten to score. They managed to keep time of possession reasonably in their favor. The Tiger offense has been playing very fast and scoring quickly, so they really haven't racked up long drives. The Quabbin has managed to move the chains on a few drives and keep the clock running. Now the clock has 31.8 seconds to go. Panthers with plenty of timeouts, so they can continue to try to execute here. Let's see if they, now that they're down inside in the red zone, if they come back towards their go-to look. They will come back to a more standard hammer look. They have had some success out of this. Let's see what they do here. They're going to try to cut it back up the middle. Good pursuit from the backside by breaks a tackle. And he's going to get a decent gain there. He's going to get out over the 15-yard line down to the 14. So
they're going to carry. Gain of about 8.
So an 8-yard gain there. There was some contact at the line of scrimmage, but he managed to elude that and get his momentum going forward. Advances the ball inside the 15-yard line. Another Quabbin timeout. 23.9 seconds to go. 2nd and 2 with the ball on the 13-yard line. And they'll stay hammer. They're going to try to throw out of it off the back. Oh, he's wide. Oh, terrific play there by Tim Keller. Oh, the receiver had him beat. Keller made a desperate, Will Scott made a desperate lunge at the ball and deflected it away. Terrific play there by the senior. A little aggressive coming up to what he thought was a run, and then when he realized what was happening, he quickly broke back and found the ball and knocked it away. So an incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 2. Very athletic play there, terrific. I'm going to look to throw into the flat. Oh, that's... He's trying to get the first down, did he? I don't think he got the first down. Nice tackle there by Austin Lynn. 7.5 seconds to go. This will be interesting. Actually, I think he lost yardage. So a nice job by Austin Lynn coming upfield and making a good tackle. The ball is on the 15-yard line. It is 4th down. It's 7.5 seconds to go in the game. Quabbin will take a timeout here. So they could want to play and try to get something, pick up the first down and then call a quick timeout, and they could conceivably end the play with about a second or two, depending on how they run it. But they got to be careful, because if they don't get it, if it's not a quick throw and a quick drop to the ground type of thing, they will run out of time. If the quarterback takes 3 or 4 seconds to get the throw off, and I feel like they have to throw, I don't think they can run it and get a first down and leave time left on the clock for one more play. But we'll see what they do here coming out of the time. Oh, they're going to try a field goal. That's another look. We've seen a lot of field goal kicking so far this year, and Quabbin will try here. So with 7.5 seconds to go, with the ball on the 15-yard line, this will be a 32-yard field goal attempt. He hits it. He's got the leg. Wide, just wide right. Plenty of leg.
No good. That brings us to the end of the first half.
So he just missed there on the right. Plenty of leg there by Quabbin on a field goal try, but they don't convert. And at the end of the half, the Tigers are up 24-0 here in Quabbin, and we'll be back with the second half after these messages from LCTV.
Hey, let's check out this park.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of Littleton Tiger football. I'm Mike Fontanella, again with Mark Clory, high above the Panther football field on a scaffolding structure. The Tigers with a terrific first half, 24-0. They scored on 3 out of their 4 possessions offensively and turned away the only scoring threat by the Panthers was right at the end of the half. Turned that away, a missed field goal on the last play of the half. Preserved the shutout for at least a moment, and the Tigers will receive the kickoff to start the second half. Oh, it's a little pooch onside kick, and it's going to go out of bounds.
And Coffin's kick is squid, goes out of bounds.
So the Tigers will, I think, take over. They'll get 5 yards from where it went out of bounds. They'll actually bring the ball over midfield into Panther territory.
The Tigers will take over first and 10 at the spot.
So they will walk off 5 yards instead of doing a re-kick. And the Tigers will take over first and 10 with the ball on the Panther 47-yard line. The Tigers up 24-0, so they pretty much dominated the first half, but the score is still well within reach. So they will stay with all their starters here. They're going to go to, nope, they're going to try to run the read option, and this time Braden Lynn doesn't get a chance to square his too much pressure there coming off the line. He didn't get a chance to turn his shoulders up the line of scrimmage. So he'll take about a 5-yard loss. Ball back over the midfield stripe. So second, easily the only negative yardage play so far tonight for the Tigers. Let's see if they can reverse that. It was either motion or offsides. Let's see what they call here. They might get the 5 yards back. I saw no, they're going to call, wow. I don't know, that's a tough one. The Quabbin kid jumped, and the left tackle
Start on the Tigers. That'll drive us back
for Littleton kind of moved to defend himself, but they're going to call a penalty. So now it's 2nd and 20, so the Tigers in reverse. Oh no. I'm not that worried. 2nd and 20. So he drop back looking to throw, lose pressure. Now he's going to run it upfield. Oh, good job there. Gets about a 10-yard gain. Good job by Braden Lynn. Got out from underneath the tackle in the backfield.
Gain of about 11 yards on the play.
And he will pick up 10 yards. So 3rd and 10, the ball back at the original line of scrimmage. So good coverage downfield by the Panthers, and Braden Lynn had to tuck it and run, but he did a good job. Got upfield. We'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Braden Lynn, little shoulder hitch, up the sideline. He's got Evan Lyons wide open! Oh, what a terrific play by Braden Lynn, a little shoulder hitch. And the defender bit, and Lyons just broke up the sideline, and a beautiful throw by the sophomore quarterback. He's really laid the ball out there nice tonight. Some really deep throws that have been right on the money. And Evan Lyons reels it in for a touchdown from about 47 yards out. So the Tigers, after going backwards on a sack and a penalty, right to ship and strike for their another big touchdown. They'll go hammer here. Crisscross, and Will Scott's going to get dragged down from behind, so they'll get stopped. But 1 minute and 16 seconds into the second half, and the Tiger offense strikes again, and they are up 30-0. So they bring the kickoff team over to the sideline to talk to special teams coach Tim Wickholm. And the kickoff team getting quite a workout tonight. Coach Lynn doing a little teaching. Attention to detail is a hallmark of great coaches. And even in a 30-0 game with a special team unit, Coach Lynn is making sure they understand exactly how he wants them to execute.
It's ready to tee it up and kick off the Tigers.
So Cody Shearer tees the ball up on the 40-yard line. Cody Shearer will come in and drive the ball downfield. Skittering, picked up. Oh, did he have his knee down? He did not have his knee down. No, he did have his knee down.
And the kickoff picked up by Hector Johnson.
Hector Johnson for Quabbin is a little frustrated. He wanted to get a chance to run upfield. The ball was kind of sliding around. It's the temperature's dropping, and there's definitely some moisture on the field, some condensation and dew that's forming with the temperature drop. It was about a little over 50 degrees at kickoff. And it's definitely a little chillier now. So instead the ball is down on just short of the, right on the 20-yard line. The nose of the ball is on the Quabbin 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Quabbin, their first offensive possession of the second half, trailing 30-0. As we said, they had their best scoring attempt on a long pass completion, got them down to the 20. At the end of the first half, they advanced the ball to the 15 and then couldn't get going and had to try a field goal. Had plenty of leg, but missed it wide right. They will run out of the hammer here. Quarterback keeping it, running to the right, off tackle, and gets stacked up after about a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Let's go, blue and gold, let's go! Let's go, blue and gold, let's go! Here we go,
Quabbin will stay with the double wing. We're actually going to go shotgun snap here. Out of that look. Trying to bounce to the outside, but he's been wrapped up. Oh, ball's on the ground. Good hit there. One of the last guys in there pursuing to the ball, knocked it loose. So Quabbin had a turnover, an interception by Quabbin. It was a Tiger turnover in the first half, and now Quabbin turns it over for the first time this game. With the ball on their own 28-yard line, his momentum had clearly been stopped with one of the Tigers pursued to the ball, stayed with the play, and was able to knock the ball loose. The Tigers are going to switch it up here. They will go hammer. Bring Luke Elliott in at quarterback and bring 2 tight ends in. Tim Kelleher and Sean Mazzoni at tight end. They're going to go inside handoff to Mitch Bowden. He makes a cut. He's going to drag guys inside the 10-yard line. So a nice kind of inside handoff there. Looked like they brought guys in motion to make it look like a sweep, and then just a little handoff to the inside. And a big hole up the middle, and Bowden rumbles down inside the 10-yard line, or right to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 10. Leo Gibbons subs in a tailback for Austin Lynn. So I think now Coach Lynn's going to try to start to get some guys in on the depth chart. They'll go to Gibbons, he'll cut it upfield and get stacked up after about a 2-yard gain. You know, we're seeing the benefit of a strong youth program that runs the double wing, so as these guys come up to the varsity level, they have to learn the spread package, but they are definitely familiar with this hammer look. Gibbons will stay in a tailback with Will Scott. And we're going to give it to Scott. Ooh, good pursuit off the backside. And Scott gets hit before he could ever get his feet going. Actually, you'll call it a loss of a yard. 3rd and 9. Luke Elliott will trot in off the sideline with the play call. We've got Care Boyle in at fullback. Leo Gibbons at the left tailback. Will Scott at right tailback. We're going to go counter handoff to Gibbons. He cuts it up, tries to bounce to the outside. Spin move, gets out of it. Tackler's grasp. Oh, he's right down to the goal line. Just short. Oh, nice effort there by the tailback to elude some tackles. Great spin move. And then he burst forward all the way down to the 1 yard line. So 4th and goal from the 1 yard line. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Tigers already up 30-0 and literally knocking on the door.
4th down, less than a yard for the Tigers.
Luke Elliott already has 1 touchdown on a quarterback sneak from about this distance in the first half. Let's see if they call his number again. No, they're going to pitch it, and Gibbons cuts it up, and he's in, dances into the end zone. So some quick lateral movement by Leo Gibbons. And Mike Lynn, nice job there. Gets a player who's on the second level of the depth chart, and they call his number twice. Actually 3 times on this drive, short field after the turnover by the Panthers, and Leo Gibbons cashes it in. So a 36-0 lead with 5:52 to go in the third quarter. Another sub Will Scott out, Ty Price comes in. So it's Price and Gibbons at the tailbacks, Boyle at fullback, Luke Elliott stays at quarterback for the moment on this try. Got the starting offensive line in there. I'm going to pitch it to Price. He's running hard, but he goes into the hole, but he's going to short. Good hard run there. Just wasn't enough daylight to get across the goal line.
He stopped short. Conversion attempt, no good.
So 36-0, the Tigers scoring after the fumble by Quabbin. And with just about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes gone in the, 5 minutes gone in the third quarter, the Tigers are starting to put this game out of reach. I mean, they dominated in the first half, but we're only up 24-0. I mean, they clearly, the score at that point did not indicate the dominance by which the Tigers had controlled the game. But now the scoreboard really is just showing the reality of the situation. The Tigers on the road against Quabbin tonight, back home against Clinton next week, and then 2 weeks from now, a huge matchup on the road, down the road at Maynard. The Tigers versus Tigers battle. Maynard undefeated right now. Both teams in the same playoff division. The Tigers, the Littleton Tigers, are currently in third place for the playoff seedings. Still plenty of games to go, so that could easily change. It will change, especially if the Tigers beat Maynard in 2 weeks. High end over end kick. Well, good tackle there downfield.
Zach Coffin on the return.
By Brendan Kalari. The ball's returned out to the Panther 39-yard line.
Remaining in the third quarter.
So the Tigers are 4 games into the 7 games that they play before they seed the playoffs. They are in third place and with a healthy, really in a good spot, even though they would like to be higher and conceivably get, they want to get a home game in the first round if they can. So there's a lot to be determined, but even if they lose another game, they look like they're going to be in pretty good shape. Quabbin will try to sweep the quarterback, and he'll cut it upfield and get about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
You're supposed to shift on that when it's free up and right.
So the Tigers will try to keep their 12-year playoff streak intact, and they're in good shape. They got Clinton, and then a tough game against Maynard, and then another pretty tough game against Lunenburg. And then at that point, they'll figure it out. If they come in with 1 or 2 losses, they're clearly going to make the playoffs. 3 will put them on the bubble. And if they come in with 1, they might very well have the top seed. That was about a 5 yard gain, 2nd and 5. Another quarterback snap there, right to the quarterback. And he's going to they're going to kind of a full house backfield. Just trying to grind something out here. Keep the clock running. We're under 5 minutes to go. I apologize. I do not have a roster with me. I thought Quabbin would have a roster at the ticket booth. They did not have a roster for Littleton. So as the Tigers start to sub, not quite sure I'm going to be able to keep up with names, but we'll do what we can. So 3rd and about 3. I'm going to go wing T here. Oh, they handed it off. Oh, big cut. Pursuit from behind him, and they're not going to get him. So Quabbin gets on the board. It was a wing T look, a direct snap to the quarterback, and they've been running him out of that look. But this time what he did is he took the snap, took off like he was going to run, but before he got going, he slid the ball into one of the other backs, and he broke up the left side and caught the Tigers' weak backside over pursuing. And they will cash in a big run and get on the board. So the Panthers switching up their offensive set. They're going really old school with the wing T. Let's see what they do here. They tried a field goal. They're going to run the ball here. They'll stay with that wing T look. Going to throw out of it. Pressure on the backside towards the back of the end zone. And a looping grab is good. So Quabbin gets on the board. It cuts the lead to 36-8 with exactly 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. So as we got busy talking about playoff scenarios, Quabbin decided to keep on playing football.
Once again, not sure if the ticket was, or the prize was claimed yet. The winning 50-50 number tonight is 2055724. 2055724. If you do have that number, please report to the concession stand to collect your winnings. Ready to kick off.
So after the Quabbin touchdown on a big play from scrimmage, the Tiger receiving unit will come out on the field. Last time to open the half, Quabbin kind of with a sort of onside kick look. This time they will drive the ball downfield. Will Scott will field it on the 15-16 yard line, come up the middle of the field, all the way out over the 35-yard line, so about a 20-plus yard return by the senior.
Number 2, Will Scott, on the return brings it out to the...
Gets it out to the 37-yard line, so the Tigers will come back with their starters and with their spread package.
51 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
After the turnover by Quabbin on the previous drive, it was a short field. They went hammer. Successfully scored a touchdown out of that look. Now they'll come back to the spread where Braden Lynn has been extremely effective tonight, throwing some great balls. And they'll throw again. Quick hitch. Evan Lyons makes a guy miss. And we'll get a first down on that play. So again, a lot of space by the Quabbin defenders. Really worried about these fleet receivers for the Tigers just going by them. They're trying to give themselves enough pad to react to that kind of look, but it just opens up that quick throw, and Braden Lynn with a strong arm can gun that thing right out to the sideline in a heartbeat. That's a first down out to the Tiger 48-yard line. I'm going to keep throwing the ball. I think we got a false start here. Looks like somebody in the slot tried to get a head start. Now back it up 5 yards, so 1st and 15.
It was either Will or Timmy.
From their own 43-yard line.
So after the penalty, 1st and 15, ball back to the 43-yard line. Another pass look. Good protection down the middle of the field to the sideline. Oh, terrific catch by Braden Lynn. And a stiff arm. And the senior is going to score on a terrific pass from his brother. But a nice catch and a great effort after the catch to get the defenders out of his way. And the Tigers strike again. Big plays tonight. Braden Lynn really throwing some terrific ball. He had all kinds of time. He's got no pressure, plenty of time to look down the field, and the receivers have plenty of time to get into their routes. And Braden Lynn with another touchdown pass to his brother. So a terrific night for the sophomore. 2 touchdowns from his brother, the senior. Another long touchdown pass to Evan Lyons here early in the first half. And the Tigers push it out to a 42-8 lead with just about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. We'll go hammer here for the try. Inside handoff to Leo Gibbons, running behind Mitch Bowden.
And the conversion is good.
And Gibbons will convert. So with 2:02 to go in the game, in the third quarter, 44-8 Tigers. The offense really hitting on all cylinders. There's a lot of weapons out there. Braden Lynn looks terrific tonight. But nice catch there by his brother. Good route, and he just concentrated, made a nice catch, and then was ready to go after he made the catch. And he made one guy miss, and then a terrific stiff arm. And then once he gets those feet moving, he's the fastest guy on the team, and there's just nobody's going to run him down from behind.
Cody Shearer ready to kick off for the Tigers.
Cody Shearer on the kick yet again. Shearer will slam the ball downfield. Fielded cleanly at the 20-yard line. Oh, a block in the back. Easy call there. Another block in the back. Stepped out of bounds. But Laundry on the field.
50-yard line, but there's flags on the play.
Little conversation between adversaries after the play, but it doesn't really change the outcome. It was a decent run back because of the penalties. One curved back inside the 30-yard line, one inside the 40. They'll wave off the one inside the 40 and back Quabbin up to about the 15 or block in the back on the return is the call. And they're going to be backed up inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Quabbin after the penalty. Tigers have subbed on defense. You see some different guys in the backfield. Still got some of their starting linebackers in there.
They did that safe play.
Oh, nice job there by the defensive line.
Run up the middle, sacked up immediately. Loss of ball 1 on the play. He's 2nd down and 11 for the Panthers.
So super net there at the nose tackle, coming up with a big hit. No gain, 2nd and 10. Clock running under 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Tigers in control, 44-8. Quabbin had scored on the last possession to get on the board. They'll go quarterback sweep. Sean Mazzoni trying to set that edge, and he does a good job taking on multiple blockers. Short gain there. Leo Gibbons on the tackle, but that was Sean Mazzoni stringing that all the way out, almost to the sideline. Giving Gibbons time to come up from his defensive back, cornerback position and get in there and make a hit. No gain at all. Terrific job there by the junior.
Short gain on the play. That brings up 3rd down for the Panthers.
So 3rd and long. I think they under 30 seconds to go, but I think they're going to have to run a play here before they can let the quarter run out. So they will come with the wing tee, stacked strong left. They're going to try to throw out of it. Got a guy in the flat. Complete. Missed tackle. Another missed tackle. Up the sideline. He's going to get wrestled down, but good for a 1st down. Leo Gibbons coming all the way off the backside. Nice angle there. And the Panthers, though, complete a pass into the flat. 2 missed tackles. Let the the receiver get a good run after catch and advance the ball all the way out past the 40 to the 43-yard line.
That'll be good enough.
And at the end of the third quarter,
That brings us to the end of
the Tigers will come back up 44-8, but facing another set of downs by the Quabbin Panthers after these messages from LCTV.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth quarter of tonight's football game. The Tigers in control, 44-8. Quabbin just picked up a big first down on a long third down pass completion and a run after catch all the way out to their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Oh, ball's on the ground. Oh, just a fumbled snap there. So after picking up a nice first down, Quabbin puts the ball on the ground.
Recovered by the Tigers.
And that's the second fumble here in the second half to be recovered by the Tigers. Mike Lynn's going to take a timeout here. He's clearly going to sub. This is what he does when he's ready to make wholesale changes. He wants to call a timeout and get a good look at his depth chart. He said he's already, we can hear him down below us. He's going to go hammer. Ty Price and Leo Gibbons will be the tailbacks. Kerr Boyle will be the fullback. I believe Tony DeSisto will be the quarterback. Now he's figuring out his offensive line.
It used to be worse when the grate was open.
I heard Brock Davis's name get called out, so he'll be going in at the offensive line at guard. All right, so coming out of the timeout, Mike Lynn going into his depth chart. Tony DeSisto, the junior quarterback, ready to take the first play call here after the fumble by Quabbin. The ball is on the Quabbin 43-yard line. Going to go up the middle. It's going to be Kerr Boyle. Good job, good running there. He got hit right away, but he kept his feet moving and lunged forward. And the senior advances the ball about 6 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 4 with the ball on the Quabbin 37-yard line.
The quarterback, Tony DeSisto, he hands off to number 30, Cam Mossy. Gain of about 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers.
There's a clock running here. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. The Tigers on top 44-8. A long ride out here tonight to Quabbin Regional High School. It'll be a good ride home. Plenty of guys getting to play under the lights here on Friday night. Tigers will take their time here. We're going to toss it to Ty Price. Makes a hard cut. Ooh, close to, yeah, face mask there. So Price running hard, making a good cut into the hole, gets a short gain, but the reason he didn't get more gain was because he was tackled illegally by his face mask. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. The ball's on the 35-yard line, so it looks like we're down to the 20-yard line. And it was a full face mask too. It wasn't a kind of a grab and release. Personal foul, face mask
And
on
the penalty against
Quabbin.
the Panthers is a personal foul, face mask.
So that will advance the ball down to the 20-yard line.
15 yards. Marched off to the Panthers 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
So Wyatt Kopp will come in for Leo Gibbons. Gibbons getting some good repetitions here out of the hammer. Had a touchdown earlier in the third quarter after another Quabbin turnover. So now the tailbacks are Wyatt Kopp and Ty Price. Care Boyle stays at fullback. 1st and 10 from the Quabbin 20-yard line for the Tigers after the face mask penalty. Tigers taking their time here. Letting the clock run down, play clock run down inside of 10 seconds. I'm going to pitch it to, he's got an edge to Wyatt Kopp. He's going to get run down from behind, but a good gain there. About a 5-yard gain. Nice job by the right side of the offensive line. Opened up a good hole there. 2nd and 5 with the ball on the 15-yard line.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 at the 15.
So again, we'll be back home next week at Alumni Field as the Clinton Gales come to town. And then 2 weeks from now, a big matchup against the Maynard Tigers at Maynard. And then the Tigers will finish up the regular season at home against Lunenburg. 2nd and 5. And come back to Kopp. He's going to hit the hole and get upfield. He's going to try to drive for a first down. He's going to come up a little bit short, about 2 yards short. So 3rd down. About
3rd and like 3.
2 or 3 yards to go. 3rd and 2. The ball needs to get to the 10-yard line for a first down, and they're on the 12. With 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. We're going to go wedge play right up the middle here. I think that's Tony DeSisto on the carry. Very close to a first down, but I think he might be just a little bit short. Let's see where they spot. Actually, they're going to spot it a yard short. A full yard short.
Okay, Mossy on the carry.
Oh, they're going to go for a field goal. So Mike Lynn taking the opportunity here. He's got a freshman kicker, Cody Shearer, with plenty of leg. But as we've talked about in the past, at the high school level, there's multiple reasons why we don't see a lot of field goal or extra point kicking. One, you got to have a kicker. And then it's just hard to come by sometimes. But Cody's got the leg, but then you got to get the snap and the place down as well. So Tony DeSisto will be the holder here. Cody Shearer lining up as a left-footed kicker. Good snap, the place is down, and terrific kick by Shearer. He hammers it right down the pipe with plenty of leg. So from the 12-yard line, that's a 29-yard field goal. Shearer gets on the board, first time this year on the field goal. Plenty of leg. Good job there by the special teams unit. Nice snap, good place by Tony DeSisto, and a free, easy swing of his leg, and Cody Shearer drives the ball right through the uprights. Actually, Mark Corey, not only is he manning the camera, it's crack statistician. He said it's the 2nd field goal. I don't know why we lose track. There's not that many of them.
You weren't there that game.
I wasn't there that game, he was telling me. Okay. So it was my first field goal that I saw Cody Shearer kick. So with 5:31 to go, the Tigers on top, 47-8. The second unit taking advantage of the turnover by Quabbin, advancing the ball down inside the red zone and converting on a kick by Shearer. Cheryl will squib the ball downfield. Field on about the 18-yard line. Oh, good cut up the middle. Good tackle there. All it over the 35-yard line. Tim Kelleher on the tackle. Panthers will take over 1st and 10 with 5:18 to go with the ball on their own 44-yard line. So Mike Lynn going as deep as he can here on Friday night, getting as many guys in the game as he can under the lights. First and 10 for Quabbin. They will go wing T, power right here. And they're going to run it right up the gut. Oh, good stop by Wyatt Kopp. Oh, sorry, Leo Gibbons. Actually, Leo Gibbons.
Hit by number 18, Leo Gibbons.
Nice job there by Leo, coming up with a good strong hit. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a reverse. Counter play. Good job by the backside, Tim Kelleher, and good job staying home on the counter action. Short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4.
Pass play on 3rd and 4. Lofted, caught, out of bounds. Oh, that's a tough one. We're going to get an unnecessary roughness penalty. The receiver was clearly out of bounds. Leo Gibbons should have pulled up there, but he got a lick in. So a pass completion on 3rd and 4 was good for 1st down into Tiger territory. And they're going to tack on another 15 yards for the unnecessary roughness penalty. And that will advance the ball inside the 30-yard line.
Personal foul against the Tigers. That'll be 15 yards. That gain and that penalty is good enough.
So that'll drive the ball down to the Tiger 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They've already scored here in the second half, 47-8. With 3 minutes to go, the clock running. The Panthers get down inside Littleton territory. They're going to go hammer here. Oh, the ball's on the ground, on the pitch, but it recovered. A little bit of a high pitch. Again, we talked about there's definitely some moisture down there.
Big loss on the play.
That'll be about a 6-yard loss. We call it 2nd and 16. Ball back out to the 35-yard line of the Tigers. 2.5 minutes to go. So Quabbin will go kind of a modified hammer. Look, 2 receivers out, no tight ends. They're going to try and throw, rolling out to his left. Left-handed quarterback. Well overthrown.
Quarterback number 13, Sam Popolito. His pass falls
So Sam Popolito subbing in a quarterback, rolling to his left as a left-hander.
3rd down
and airs the ball out, but incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:55 to go and bring up a 3rd and 16. Same thing, looking back, throwing to the sideline. Oh,
Cavallino's pass intended for Devin Thomas was a penalty flag.
There was some contact there, but I think they're going to make a scoreboard call here. I would say both guys were pushing each other to no real advantage, but they're going to call pass interference on Littleton. It would have helped if the defender had turned his head to find the football, but he didn't. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and I believe a first down. Yeah, they'll move the chain. So the ball down to the 20-yard line. Clock running with 1:20 to go. Penalty will keep this drive alive for Quabbin. They try to get on the board for the second time tonight here at the end of the game. Wing T. Shotgun, rolling to the right. Good pursuit. Oh, good block. He's got the corner. Makes a cut. Ooh, good smack. But he's down inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Quabbin. The clock is stopped while they move the sticks. Well, the one stick. First and goal from the 6-yard line.
First and goal for the Panthers.
Clock runs now. 45 seconds to go. Quabbin still playing football, even though the scoreboard is distinctly in Littleton's favor. We'll go wing T here, strong to the right. We're going to run it right up the gut. And he's going to be tackled short of the goal. But a little bit of a gain there, down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Actually, call it the 2-yard line. So, second and goal from the 2. They're trying to hustle guys in and out. And they're going to run a play. They're going to score. They're going to score. It's a penalty because of the subbing. Touchdown.
Signal touchdown there.
Touchdown Quabbin, so they'll decline the penalty on the illegal substitution. And they will run the clock out. Let's see if they go for the try here. I don't think they're gonna. Well, maybe they will. The clock is reading 0-0 in terms of time left. It's 47-14. And they will bring a kicker on for the try. This should be the last play of the game. So the outcome has been determined. It's just a question of what the final score will be. This kicker got off a good kick at the end of the first half. Plenty of leg, just pushed it right a little bit. Oh, bad snap. Oh, he's going to scramble to maybe throw the ball to the back of the end zone and out of the end zone.
And the try for 2 is incomplete.
And that will be the ball game. So, the Tigers on the road out in the deep in the heart of Central Massachusetts, come out with a convincing 47-14 win. Terrific job by the offense. Braden Lynn with a great night throwing the ball. Some good runs by Mitch Bowden. And the Tigers take care of business. We'll be home next week against the Clinton Gales. We'll see you then on LCTV. Thank you, everybody.